got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
Now this is an interesting thought process, but it makes sense.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there.
What do you think the rest of us do?
Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
Careful saying that around Gundam. He will smite you where you stand!
You're not chosen at all, and gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
I could just see somebody just tossing little gravel pieces to the victim and they just go, ow, stop.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
Oh yeah.
What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit.
Yeah, one piece of gravel won't kill you. Put enough of them together, it'll make something to beat you to death with.
If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
I think it just fell head over heels for you, Ibuki. What a brilliant reference.
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone.
Ah!
To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
Did anybody else wonder if Hiyoko was going to butt up and say something?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it, and they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back.
Oh, that's so harsh.
I somewhat understand that feeling.
Huh?
You can? That's pretty scary.
Where did that come from?
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day. Or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
I think it's pretty obvious, based on what the person said. But the only thing I can think of is Monokuma! No. The person who could have killed Girl E had to have been Guy F.
I see! It should have been Guy F.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
But Guy F is...
What?
It's just a story in a video game, isn't it?
That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
I'm terribly sorry, but...
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were, like, totally stolen.
Even if I don't remember, I already know! It's obvious that guy is the killer! No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko!
Oh, man, you gonna take that?
Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy!
You sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
They wouldn't bring it here if they weren't related. No. They are related. They're related by one piece of evidence. Very big piece. Man. Yeah, the one thing that connects the game murder and the real-life murder is the murder weapon, the metal bat.
I can prove it with this. I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles. And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious, but don't you think that'd be too obvious?
Yeah, it would. But that's what makes this game brilliant. Sometimes the most obvious answer is the truth.
What are you...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Interesting thought. Okay.
Trap? What do you mean?
Uh-oh.
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Isn't that what happened, Hiyoko?
Oh no.
Huh?
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch? What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hiyoko? Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
But I didn't go to the beach house! I was wishing Mr. Ams all day!
Some of the white noise actually said, I feel sorry for Mr. Ants. That's right, there is a contradiction in there, a very obvious one too. Probably because the connection to Hiyoko is actually the only thing, besides one other thing that I can think of, to connect her to the beach house.
The scene of the crime.
Pecco, you're on the right track. Yeah, you did. Damn it! Yeah, you did. There we go.
No, that's wrong!
Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hiyoko.
Seriously, I told you I didn't!
But these footprints in the sand in front of the beach house, aren't they yours?
I don't have such ugly footprints! They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are!
You just called yourself ugly, youngin'.
Don't decide that based on ugliness!
Huh. They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange.
Well, I must admit, this is really creepy. Nagito, you just saved our lives.
The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
To be fair, Nagito, you deserve that one.
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house. Which means, when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
A different entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was leaning against?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, The body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left. Which means something happened in between those two events. Isn't that right, Hiyoko?
Ah! I remember now! I remember when I went to the beach house!
Sudden remembrance, which means she's hiding something.
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
Yeah, it's like you barely talk to us or something.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Akana, you are way too easily fooled.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
Huh? It's a lie?
People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves.
Yes, but people who say bold-faced lies in front of a group of people, yeah, they're easy to find out.
If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying?
Yes!
There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that.
Oh, bring it on.
I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? Is this a panel of idiots?
A panel of idiots, please. Nobody answer that. Yeah, Hiyoko said she never saw Mahiru, but that can't be true. Unfortunately, Hiyoko, we're going to have to rat you out for this one.
But only during my morning walk.
Morning walk? Uh-huh.
No, that's wrong!
Only during your morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier. Is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Hiyoko Sayonji.
That letter! It's the one Mahiru had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
What is that letter? I'm serious, I don't know.
Oh, snap! I remember now! I totally saw you!
Huh?
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
I see. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
You're wrong! You're totally wrong!
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner, Fuyuhiko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
Yeah, something's not adding up. You almost would have had to have seen her. It's a small enough area.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Not buying it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further.
Now's not the time to be tight-lipped. Remember, we have to get this right.
Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Seriously? I don't know! I didn't even write that letter! I'm telling the truth! I really don't know! Is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
That tone of voice.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along.
Hiyoko.
That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't find out. And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahiru. There's evidence for that too.
Jeez, Peko, you came prepared. Oh, here's something interesting. We actually have to select where Hiyoko was at the time. The one place that Peko is talking about, the only thing I can think of, here.
The place where Hiyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
There's actually a piece of evidence that connects her to that, but we'll get to that.
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence.
Go figure, right as I say that, the next line of dialogue.
Hiyoko, your favorite candy is gummies, correct?
What's a gummy? I've never eaten something like that before.
Wow, you're a bad liar.
I have captured the true character of this mystery.
It was the gummy candy! They killed Mahiru!
Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar.
Ha!
When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
But Hiyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
We have presented the proof! My 4 dark devas of destruction didn't even need to come out!
It's a trap! This is obviously someone's trap!
Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe?
I was hoping that wouldn't come up.
The one with the mask? There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
Ouch, thrown right back at you.
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
To be honest, Hiyoko, you also said you wouldn't lie. This is a problem.
That is right. It cannot be Hiyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Alright, here we go.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
Oh, you had to ask.
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island. Which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
Why, you? If you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
I think I've already used that excuse.
Hiyoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your heads. Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer.
This is all what you wanted, right? There's a lot that pinpoints her to this murder. But she keeps going back and saying it's not her. Right. Something doesn't make sense. Somebody's pulling the strings. But who is the puppet master?
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt! You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy!
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
Interesting. Yeah, Hajime, everybody does doubt Hiyoko because it all fits. That's the problem. See, if we're going to solve this correctly, we actually have a point A to point Z. It works! Hiyoko could have killed Mahiru. No. See, I'm thinking differently. I like your theory, Hajime, that somebody's pulling the strings.
I shall render my verdict upon
But
this conclusion. Hiyoko
how do we convince everybody of this? Everybody's hell-bent on hanging Hiyoko. Oh, trap, huh? No doubt.
You went to the beach house, right?
She might have. In fact, we know she did. She left footprints.
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
Aha!
No, that's wrong!
About that gummy, did Hiyoko really drop it?
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
Fuyuhiko fires back from the burn earlier.
You're a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
It's true Hiyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? But what about the lemon flavor?
And that's the problem.
The gummy at the crime scene was yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored. Huh? That gummy is yellow?
Don't tell me.
But it's not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
Okay, I was about to say she was colorblind, but never mind.
What? That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
Except for the one in the picture that clearly looks yellow.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy. See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap! Damn it! Who would set a trap like this? I'll get my revenge! I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might!
Careful, that's how we got in this situation in the first place.
Hold on, you little bitch! You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy?
Yeah, it did seem a bit far-fetched. Fuyuhiko, I'm glad you brought this up.
Don't be stupid, I'm not done backing you into a corner yet!
Holy shit, he's going for the kill shot!
We're not done with Hiyoko yet! There's still a huge piece of evidence left!
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her, we have the evidence we need.
That's wrong! I left those footprints during my morning walk!
That's right. There was one statement in there that I totally do not agree with. And I actually had an argument with the game itself about this.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet! There's still a huge piece of evidence left!
Yeah, there is. Really big piece of evidence.
And we can thank Mahiru for it!
Yeah, about that.
Mean?
Well, you don't know?
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and
What?
blocked the door to the road. Thanks to
Frick.
her, who used her last ounce of
Goddamn
strength
white
and-
noise there!
No, that's
That's
wrong!
impossible! Mahiru died on the spot. As soon as she got hit, she's done.